Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Monday's edition. Yes, it's a brand new week. Monday's edition of the MUFC Daily. So unless you're dead or hiding under a rock, Manchester United went to Chelsea Football Club, played them, of course, in a game, and we drew 1-1. But the controversy was, before a ball was kicked, Michael Carrick dropped Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, people like Gary Neville have a conspiracy theory that Ralf Rangnick actually set up the team and it was his decision to drop Cristiano. Right, look, it's very difficult, this Ronaldo situation. It really is. I saw so many people angry. Some people actually agree with it. So we brought Cristiano in, or Ollie did, if that's what we're led to believe. You know, great deal. Bring him back, you know, our adopted son. Still a great forward. He's adapted his game to be an out-and-out striker instead of a creator of goals and a scorer of goals. He's evolved as a footballer because he's gotten older. He's done so well. So we got him back. This guy has been keeping us going. You know, the club Manchester United have been sitting on Ronaldo's shoulders while the accidental manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, was here. And now there's this conversation that he doesn't press. And because most clubs and managers do the high press now, this is obviously an issue. So a lot of people are making the assumption that Ralf won't pick him because he doesn't do the high press. Does Cristiano Ronaldo strike you as someone who would refuse to do something a coach told him to do? It's interesting he stormed up into the tunnel again like he did under Ollie a few times. Now, Michael Carrick led us to believe he was fine with being dropped, but anyone who knows anything about Cristiano Ronaldo knows he was not happy at all. And he walked into the tunnel. He's clearly got the huff. He's not happy. But let's imagine Ralf Rangnick comes in. I mean, I think Cristiano is the kind of guy to say, hello, boss. Hello, Mr. Rangnick. Call me Ralf. Ralf, listen, I've heard rumours that you're not going to pick me because you think I'm not going to do the high press. I know I don't normally press, but Mr. Rangnick, I am more than willing to press for the whole game if that's what you want from me. Please give me a chance. Please don't oust me from the team and the club. Okay, Cristiano, yes. I would like that. That's how I like to play. I think it's very progressive football. We're all happy. We all live happily ever after. Isn't this common sense? Instead, we get this Sky Sports kind of talk sport narrative. Ollie's got to, you know, not Ollie, but Cristiano Ronaldo's going to be dropped. Now, we had a heated kind of conversation between Jamie Carragher and Roy Keane. Now, Carragher doing the whole Sky Sports talk sport thing, talking about something that's not in reality. You know, oh, he doesn't do the press, so, you know, he shouldn't be playing, or whatever, right? He was trying to defend. He was trying to say, like a lot of these kind of Sky Sports conversations are saying, bringing Ronaldo back was a mistake. Now, I think Roy Keane did brilliant with this conversation, and I just think that Carragher totally, you know, he couldn't handle it. Because Roy Keane was actually coming from logic. Now, they talked about Ian Rush, and, you know, Carragher said, yeah, well, didn't Ian Rush press? Yes, Ian Rush pressed. You look at Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker never used to press. He was a fucking blatant goal hanger when the offsides rules weren't so stringent and strict. But, first of all, Ronaldo would be willing to press. I'm sure of it. Has anyone actually ever asked Ronaldo to press? And he hasn't. The reason they don't ask him to press because they want him there. They want him to have his opportunities. I think if Ralf asked him to press, he would. Now, the other question is, of course, did Ralf set up yesterday's team? Look, it's something we'll never ever know. I mean, they pressed, but they didn't press particularly well, but that's because Michael Carrick is the coach and he has no idea about the high press. The high press is about as soon as you lose possession, get it back, put so much fucking pressure on the defence, get it back, hit them on the counter, take a shot, try and score. That's what it's about. It's constant. It's actually, the high press is just common sense. It's not revolutionary. It doesn't change the way you have to play. You can still play good attacking football. The point is, as soon as you ain't got the ball, get it back. And most teams are doing this now. But of course, because players are human beings, they're getting pressed, you're pressing them, everyone's losing the ball constantly. And so the high press is just rocket science. And to execute the high press, it's not actually that difficult. If you've ever played football before, it's just straightforward. It's straightforward pressing, putting pressure on your man to make a mistake, getting the ball and moving forward. Because Ralf doesn't believe in, passing backwards or sideways or those square passes. It's all about getting the ball, going forward. Again, it makes sense. Everyone's calling Ralf a professor of football, but what he's talking about is common sense, and it's something that most managers and elite clubs are doing today. And I don't think this is an issue. Now, if Ralf picked the team and he decided to drop Ronaldo, there's a problem there. Of course there is. Now, if Ronaldo started, would the result have been any different? No. I mean, congratulations to Sancho again. Jadon did great. He scored a goal. I think that Ronaldo would have got a goal if he started anyway, and nothing would have been different. He wouldn't have affected the way we were defending. I mean, all United were really doing is defending. We scored from their mistake, but we also defended well against them. They had a lot of corners for sure. They had a couple of chances, but really they didn't have many chances. It was really a tight game, and the draw was the right result. Yes, they had possession, and as I say, they had loads of corners. But I think on opportunities, at the end of the day, and I mean, we didn't have very many. I just think it was a tight game, and it's a good result for us, but we really do need 3 points with where we are in the league now, how badly our results have come in under the accidental manager as well. And so we need wins. So Ralf will be announced apparently in the next 24 hours. So really, any time now, by the time you see this video, it may happen. So what's going to happen to Ronaldo? What should happen to Ronaldo? Look, Ronaldo got himself in a situation at Juventus where, they couldn't afford him any longer. He's too damn expensive. So they had to let him go. And there weren't many clubs in this COVID atmosphere right now who can afford those type of wages. And also, you're talking about a 36-year-old player, one of the best players in the world, but still he's 36 and there's no future in buying him. So we got, I don't know, we paid a little fee. Did we pay about 30 million for him? I can't remember. But we're paying him a lot of wages. But obviously he's justified that money. He's come in, he's scored goals. Personally, it's all about respect. Now, if a player has once been the best in the world, but he's not doing it anymore, then you've got to drop him. But Ronaldo has come in. He's held the whole club on his shoulders. He's scoring goals consistently. I really don't understand what the issue is here. I mean, you've got a goalkeeper. You've got 9 players, right? You've got a goal. So if 9 players are pressing and Ronaldo doesn't press but scores goals, I really don't get what the issue is here. I know that Ralf is an all-or-nothing manager. Now, if he does drop Ronaldo, I will respect his decision. I won't agree with it, but he's a new manager. I'm not going to start slaughtering a manager as soon as he comes in. He knows a lot more about the game than you and I do. So I'm quite willing to let that go. But it's disappointing. So we'll see what happens in the next game. And are you trying to convince me that Ralf told Carrick to drop VDB? I think, look, this was Ollie Ball again. This was Ollie Ball. This wasn't a Ralf Rangnick team. And I know Gary Neville was trying to convince us of this to get his little mate Carrick out of any criticism. Carrick was managing probably his last game or second to last game. He thought, let me do something a bit controversial to show the new boss that I can make big decisions. Dropping Ronaldo isn't a big decision. It's a stupid decision. Because whether you play, you should be able, look, Ollie bought all these players and it's difficult to fit them in. He created his own problems. And now Ralf is going to have to make some huge decisions. It won't only be Ronaldo who could be facing the axe here. Other high-profile players will be as well. All I care about is Manchester United winning, doing well, challenging for honours and finishing as high up in the Premier League table as possible. And I'm behind Ralf. I believe in Ralf. I feel sorry for Cristiano. because he's come here to play and win things, and it's just not working out how he foresaw. This has been the MUFC Daily. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection, and I'll see you again tomorrow with even more MUFC Daily. Until then, peace.